DJ BrewTube Beer Review. It's time to review some beer from Founders Brewing Company out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, USA. Yay, yay! And that's right, it's barrel-aged beer time. That's right, and what beer do we have from Founders? We have their Underground Mountain Brown. This is a barrel-aged Imperial Brown Ale. It's a limited serving. It clocks in at 11.9 ABV and 30 IBUs. Now, in this beer, they're using Sumatra coffee. They don't tell us about the malts or the hops and all that stuff, but they do tell us that it has been barrel-aged in bourbon barrels for a year in their granite caves outside of Grand Rapids, Michigan. So, that's all I know about the beer. But you can see stage right, I'm digging some, Founders barrel-aged beer and all that shit. So time to pop the top on this bad boy, get in the snifter, and tell you what's up with Underground Mountain Brown. Hell yes. Boom, gigantic hiss off the top, obsessively collectible Founders crown, and tons of cannon smoke still rising to the occasion. You gotta like that. Hell yes. Let's get in the glass. Look at that. Yeah, lovely, burnt caramel brown going into the glass. Alright, let's talk about the appearance besides what I've already told you. On camera, I'm sure it looks like dark like a stout or something like that, but there's tons of garnet glints coming through the body of this beer. And we have, I guess, a finger and a quarter of super tightly packed khaki bubbles, microscopic bubbles that is. And there's tons of alcohol just gripping and clanging down the inside of this glass. Man, look at that beautiful dark liquid in the glass. But it's pretty, but even though it's pretty, it better smell good. Actually, smell great with that coffee and bourbon barrels in there. So you know what? Let's dive in for that aroma. Woo! Big, big coffee aroma. It smells like you just opened a bag of dark roast coffee. Underneath of that, I'm getting bourbon, vanilla, a bit of coconut, chocolate, pipe tobacco, more coffee, more roast, a bit of licorice, lots of burnt brown sugar, malt sweetness, and that is all, every one of those aromas is followed up by another hit of coffee. Man, this smells delicious. Time recording this bit has been in the bottle for 2 weeks, so I don't think at this point there's been any degradation in the coffee, judging by the huge coffee aroma that's wafting off this bad boy. It smells like a coffee with freaking bourbon in it. Yum. Let's dive in. Cheers! Yeah. Wow. Man. Big. And I mean big coffee up in your freaking grill. Man, nice, medium full body. It's not thick like a stout or even like some porters these days, Imperial porters that is. It's a brown ale for sure in body. But man, big, deep, dark, rich flavors of coffee, chocolate. The bourbon is definitely there, backing all that up, playing a really big background note. Tons of pipe tobacco flavor. Man, the 11.9% is really well hidden. I'm getting a little bit of warming in the chest. Fresh Founders, higher ABV beers tend to give you a bit of warming in the chest. But man, in a lot of ways, this reminds me of KBS with the coffee flavor and the bourbon. But that brown ale base is a little bit less like broody and dark and chocolatey and stuff like you get with KBS. This is like a cool, play on that. But man, the coffee in this beer is bigger than I've experienced actually in KBS. I guess because maybe it's a little bit lighter like base beer. That coffee's allowed to shine more. But if you like coffee, vanilla, bourbon, like a rich type, kind of tobacco aroma, man, and flavor, this is that. Look at that awesome glass lacing too, guys. That is a well put together beer. You hear I'm geeking out. Let's grade it. Tons of layers of flavor. I'm loving it. So at time of recording, Beer Advocate is giving this 4.51 out of 5. Dude, that's definite A range, heading towards A+. And Untapped is giving this 4.28 out of 5. For those guys, that's an A+, because like 2.5. I mean, they're getting at 4.28. Is definitely, excuse me, A+ range. Let me take one more taste. As Imperial brown ales that have been adjunctified and bourbon barrel aged, this is definitely one of the best that I've had, bar none. I like this more than Founders Bravo that I had. I'm going 98, A+ level. It's super drinkable. The alcohol is really well hidden, and it's got as advertised flavors, man. What more do you want? Yum. So, have you had Founders Brewing Company's Underground Mountain Brown? If you have, let me know what you know, because I like to quid pro quo and the back and forth. I also really like it when you think locally, drink locally, and support the craft beer movement. And it is exceedingly cool when you do what? You rate, comment, subscribe, especially if it's your first time with us. And if you can get around to it, it would be pretty freaking cool if you could do me a big favor and, I don't know, maybe smash that like button, because that, along with one, especially at 11% ABV, actually 11.9% ABV of Underground Mountain Brown from Founders, is all I'm going to need to put my big-ass beer-drinking happy face on. So, to the next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a bunch of Founders Brewing Company drinking love for you, and you know what's coming for you right now. Oh, yes. Oh, shit. There goes my controller. It's not always perfect at DJs BrewTube, but you do always get a big peace out!